everybody? Welcome to JR's Corner. I am JR. We are in the wilderness, also known as Pete's Hole, and it's a pretty awesome place with a lake, some fish, the water so clear you can actually see the fish swimming around, and my dog is like
Stop it, Leia. Leia, get over here.
Pretending like
get over here.
My cameraman is a Star Wars. What are they called?
AT-AT.
AT-AT. Yeah, because she was wrapping her cable around him. Right. Anyways, purpose of this video is right over here. As we were driving in, pretty rough road. Got a flat tire. Show them the flat tire. Show them how flat it is. It's a flat tire. And it wasn't necessarily noticed right away. So, tire might be bad. I'm gonna guess it is. It is what it is. So we're gonna swap the spare out. There's no level terrain to do this on, so we're just gonna do it right where it is. We started by wedging the back tire so that the truck's not gonna slide. We've also got the e-brake on. Before you do anything, you have to locate where your tools are. Come on, let me show you where the tools are. So on this particular truck, tools are right here under the back seat. Just right there. They're in a little kit like this. And then there's a bottle jack that it comes with. And that's what we're going to use. First thing you do is you grab your tools out of the bag, which look like this, and go to the back of the truck to let the spare down. If you are in a car, it's probably going to be in the trunk, under the trunk liner, and you won't need all this. But in our case, we do. So, let me show you where to look. So in this case, you put these together, and they're gonna go right in through there. There's a little bit of an opening, and that's how we get to the spare tire. So you hook these together like so, and like all right. And then once you get it where it needs to be, you just turn and it lowers the tire. Show it lowering the tire. Can you see it lowering the tire?
I can't see anything because that's all like shadows and contrast.
How about now? I moved a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. But your tire's touching the ground.
Not all the way.
That back end's not lowering.
Okay. Alright, let me see the camera. Can you reach under there and see if you can drag that out this way a little bit? Alright. That middle section, you have to twist it and push it through the hole. So you might have to go back in a little bit. There you go. Got a real tire now, a BFG. I mean, none of this. Whatever the tires that are on here are. Dynapro. Yeah, time to use the BFG, put her to work. This is complicated, trying to wind this up and make sure my video is pointed the right direction. I think we're about top.
You are
pretty close. So the spare tire's out. This whole rod assembly you can set aside. That's just to get the tire out. Now the only thing we need is the tire iron. And before you go and... Hi, pup. Move, pup. We gotta get the tire off. Before you go and jack the car up, you want to loosen those lug nuts, and they may be on with the power of the devil himself, depending on which shop put them on and if they did it right. So you might have to work pretty hard to get those off, but they need to be broken loose before you jack the truck up, because then you're going to run into problems if you don't. So we already did that. So if you look, lug nuts are already loose. So we just have to jack the truck up now. Alright, so Toyota uses this style of lug nut for their trucks, which the lug nut base down here actually fits between the wheel and the stud on the lug stud. But you always want to make sure that the tapered end next to the opening is the side that goes towards the wheel. So in this case, Toyota actually uses these lug nuts to center the wheel on the lug nuts. We're going to use the four-wheeler, for example. The four-wheeler's got these open style, and I've seen many times where people get the lug nut confused and they don't know what side goes in. It's always the tapered side, and the other side will always be flat, and that's to help hold everything centered and where it needs to be. The other style is kind of a mix between this and that open style. It's called an acorn style, where it's got the cap on the top, but it doesn't have this lip. It just goes down to the taper. So a couple of different styles. There are other styles, but most of your cars for stock equipment, that's what you're going to run into. Let me get back over here to the Dakota, give him this lug nut back. So we went ahead and got the old tire off, got the bottle jack under there, got it all jacked up, put the bottle jack on the frame, and you know, mind you, this is a pretty steep incline that we're on, so we did want to make sure we got the wheel. We don't want it to roll, because if it rolls, it's going into the lake. So then you want to get these lug nuts snugged up as good as you can. And then once they're snugged up good, we can let it down and then tighten them up further from there. So that's what he's doing right now. And that's that. So now we just gotta let the bottle jack down and tighten up those lug nuts, and we'll be done. So easy peasy. All right, so we are back up. We've got some air in our tire, thankfully. Always check your spare. Make sure there's air in the tires, even though I'm terrible at it. Gonna put those back in the case, put them back in the truck, and we'll be ready to roll. And the next project you'll see on this will be here shortly, because I've also got a busted fog light. So until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful day, I'll be here at the lake. Well, actually, we're getting ready to leave. Gonna go pack up and get. Hi, Leia. Hi. Good girl. Leia's been exploring, and I caught a fish. I actually caught a fish this morning using my net. Before anybody else had even caught a fish, I just used the net. This water is so clear you can actually see them in the water, and we just scooped them. I actually gave mine back, but one of my boys caught 2. So here, let me see if I can show you this real fast, because there's one right there. I know the GoPro picks that up. There's a fish right there in the water, right in center. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you have a nice day. And I need to come up with a dad joke. What's your dad joke?
What do you call a cheese that isn't yours? Nacho cheese.
Ha. Alright, deuces. We're back. Alright, so it's a few days later. We got the tire. Looking at where the leak's at. Let me show you. It's pretty cool. Not, well, I don't know about cool, but it's a pretty big hole. So right there is the hole, and if you can't see it, just take some soap and water. That'll help you see it. So what most likely happened is probably a rock punctured the tire, which, you know, happens when you're off-road. So we're gonna go get this probably patched. You can plug it. You can try to plug it yourself, especially where this one's at. But patches usually, generally speaking, are a little bit better at holding and keeping that air inside the tire. We'll go see if we can get this fixed and get this slapped on, get this tire put back on, and wear it out the rest of the way so we can put new tires on. So wanted to note a couple of things, because there's products out there like tire slime that are there to put inside your tire and miraculously, you know, fix it. Don't do that. Don't think that that's gonna fix it. If you're out in the middle of nowhere and that's all you have, and you have a way to put air in it, and, you know, just to get you home, okay, well then maybe. But if you can in any way avoid it, your tire guy will thank you. Anyways, we're gonna go get this fixed, get it thrown back on the truck, and move on to the next video, next project, next activity, whatever it is. Go from there. Had a good time camping, so that's all that matters, right? So anyways, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you like what you see. And that's it. So you have yourself a wonderful day. Deuces.